Wow. Did you get the large print?
Good morning and welcome to worship this morning. It's good to see you all here. What a blessing it is to be in our Lord's house this morning. Welcome to our guests and visitors. Thank you for joining us this morning. Our communion policies in in the pew there. If you find yourself in agreement, please welcome to join us for communion this morning. Again, thank you all for being here on this chicken barbecue Sunday, our church picnic. It's turning out to be a pretty nice day. They said maybe possible showers, but it doesn't look like that right at the moment. The chicken is going. The guys have been working on it for this morning, which is great. So welcome to the divine service. You ever heard that before? Divine service. I know for some of you I've mentioned that before, but I want to read this. I saw this and I was talking to Lillian. You and I were talking about this, and I read this to you and I said, oh, this is good. And you said, this is good. We ought to share this with everybody because this talks, I couldn't have put it better myself. So divine service, what's so divine about it, it says? Why not just call it worship? Well, that's a good question. In a world that's full of noise and pressure to perform, to succeed, to always do more for God, the divine service actually offers something radically different. And that's what we're here for this morning. It's not about climbing up to God. It's about God coming down to you and me. That's why we call it divine service, because the heart of this service is God serving us. Strange idea, right? The all-powerful creator of the universe would actually serve us. But that's exactly what Jesus did. He came down not to be served, but to serve and to give his life as a ransom for many, we're told in Mark. In the divine service, the same Jesus continues to serve his people, not symbolically, not metaphorically, but in a real and present way, a living way. He's here with us right now. He speaks his forgiveness to the wounded, to guilty people who carry regrets they can't shake. He washes sinners with the waters of baptism, making them clean when nothing else could. He feeds the hungry and the weary with his own very body and blood on this altar. It's a gift that you can actually taste. He reminds us that we belong, even when the world tells us we don't belong. And we respond, not out of fear, not even out of duty, but with prayers, with songs, with hearts that are slowly learning to rest in Jesus. It's not a concert. It's not a show. It's not a place to prove how holy you are. I'm not holy either. It's a place for the tired. It's a place for the broken. It's a place for those who have messed up, the ones who walked away but still hear a whisper calling them back. The divine service is a place where Jesus meets you. Week after week, with the same grace, the same promises, the same mercy that never runs out. So if you've ever experienced it before, if church to you just always felt like a place where you had to perform or to pretend or had to be there out of duty, maybe it's time to just sit in a pew, breathe, and simply be served by your Lord. Come, all who are thirsty, come to the waters. Listen that your soul may live. That's why we call it the divine service. Because when everything else tells you you have to earn love, Jesus comes and gives it. He gives it freely. And maybe that's exactly what we need, to be served by our Creator God. I thought that was really cool. I know, Lillian, you said you really liked that too. And so I figured I had to share that. That's what the divine service is all about. That's what we're here this morning. And so I invite you to rise and welcome one another to this divine service with God's peace. Good morning, good to see you. Good morning to those watching online. Thank you for joining us. What a wonderful way to celebrate this morning, coming into our Lord's presence. And we begin with a wonderful hymn. I invite you to stand, so you choose, those that are able. Great is thy faithfulness.
It